Okay, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. I was talking about this storm just a little while ago. This is for just north of the Connorsville area. This is for northern Fayette County until 9:45. The threat here is for the potential for a tornado and damaging winds in excess of 60 mile per hour. Right now, that storm's over I-70 near Cambridge City. This also includes areas near the Richmond, Indiana area. But tornado possible on the storm here with a new severe thunderstorm warning. You can see when we zoom in here, just to the southwest of the Hagerstown area, there's rotation with this storm. It's dipping off towards the south and east. So as we go through time here, this storm will continue to show that rotation. Let's switch over to Analyzer and look at it here from the normalized rotation perspective. So right in here along I-70, that's where it looks like the area of rotation currently is. This is moving more off towards the south. I'll show you a southeasterly trend. So this is moving towards Cambridge City, Milton areas here shortly. And then this will move into parts of the Fayette County area here. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning. I think they've handled this one pretty well here for northern Fayette County. This severe thunderstorm warning till 9:45, all right? And then let's go back over here. I do want to just bring to your attention a new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued. This is for Henry, Trimble, and Kentucky, Jefferson, Scott, Jennings, and Decatur counties. That goes until 4 a.m. So a severe thunderstorm watch till 4 a.m. And I talked about it on the last live. We'll talk about it here shortly. About what's going to occur as we go through the night. And then the severe thunderstorm warning for Union, Fayette, and Franklin has now been allowed to expire. Still watching that storm. The only severe thunderstorm warning goes till 9:45, tornado possible. That's for northern parts of Fayette County, all right? So let's see. We'll talk real quickly about what to expect here. And you'll notice out to the west here, watching some storms going here. It's scattered about right now. This will form into a line, but in the short term, our tornado threat exists. And we have a new warning coming in, so let's go ahead and listen to that now.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Wayne County, northeastern Fayette County, Indiana, until 9:30 p.m. At 9 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Dublin, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Richmond, Connorsville, Centerville, Cambridge City, Hagerstown, Dublin, Waterloo, Milton, East Germantown, Mount Auburn, Meadowfield, Jacksonburg, Interstate 70 at exit 145, and Descents. This includes I-70 in Indiana between mile markers 134 and 145. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, go to our website at weather.gov/ILN and submit your report via social media when you can do so safely.
Okay, new tornado warning, so we're in here for the long haul now. This is for parts of Fayette County. Let me get you over here. This does include the Connorsville area, all right? So new tornado warning just being issued, and I tell you what, let's take off this tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning so you can just see that tornado warning. And here it goes all the way to Connorsville up through the Cambridge City area here. Okay, it's 9:02. We've got several warnings in play here for Fayette County, and I just want you to, at this point, focus on the tornado warning that's currently in effect. The storm's sagging off towards the southeast. Let's analyze it together. you'll see just north of the Cambridge City area along I-70, that's where your area of rotation is. It's tightened up within the past few minutes. You see normalized rotation did come down a little bit as it is approaching the Cambridge City area here. So what we'll do is we'll put a track on this storm. It's moving off towards the south east at about 20 miles per hour. And this will be moving into, and I'm going to make sure I get the right spot of where that rotation is. Over the next 30 minutes here, let me give you a track of where that's headed. And here you go. We'll switch this over, and you'll see Milton by 9:09, Waterloo by 9:21, Springersville by 9:29, and then Brownsville by 9:32. So it will move into on that Fayette County line in about 15 minutes. And then it'll be on that Union-Fayette County line within about the next 30 minutes or so. Seek shelter, lowest level of your home. Stay away from windows as this is a pretty nasty storm here that's moving through this evening. So this is a Doppler radar indicated tornado warning. So this is not confirmed at this moment, and I don't see anything on correlation coefficient that would be, of a concern here. So let's see. Let's go over to, actually, we can look at that together. We'll switch over here to correlation coefficient, and you'll see here when I switch this over, right now we don't see anything that would be showing any signs of rotation at the moment here as this storm, I'm just checking some other information coming in here. As this storm here is, this is the area of where that spin is actually right here, and we're not seeing anything in the way of rotation right there. So right over just to the north of the Cambridge area. So watching some other storms here carefully. The rotation, and I think we need to go down here a little bit further south towards the Metamora area. This is Metamora right here. This is probably a tornado warning for this storm now. Let's listen in. It is.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a tornado warning for northern Franklin County until 9:30 p.m. At 9:05 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Brookville, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Brookville, Blooming Grove, Metamora, Laurel, Cedar Grove, Mount Carmel, Peppertown, Sharptown, Mountain State Recreation Area, and Mixersville. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, go to our website at weather.gov/ILN and submit your report via social media when you can do so safely.
Okay, so new tornado warning. I need everybody in the Brookville Lake area to seek shelter, lowest level of your home. Stay away from windows. You should not be out on the lake right now. If you are, it's storming, but that area of rotation is just to the west of you. So get to your safe place right now. Tornado warning now for the Brookville area. This is for Franklin County. This area of rotation is picking up pretty quick here. Let's go to Analyzer and let's look at it. Right here along 52, you'll see this area of spin right in here. All right, so this is moving off towards the southeast. So you folks in the Brookville area, you gotta heed the warning here and seek shelter. Tornado warning is in effect for you. Green means go. North of 50 right now, north of 52, excuse me, along McGuire Ridge Road. That's where you would be seeing the potential for a tornado here. And then that storm and strong gusty winds along Route 1 right now Here's the Brookville Lake right here, okay? Here's where that potential for a tornado would be. So seek shelter, lowest level of your home. So it's 9:08. We've got multiple tornado warnings in effect. We don't have a watch out, which is ridiculous. We should have had a watch issued for the entire area, but that just goes to show how sometimes, I don't know. Anyway, Cambridge City, Milton, you've got to seek shelter, lowest level of your home, tornado warning in effect. This is also goes down towards the Connorsville area. Fayette County, northern parts of Fayette County, I need you to listen. Seek shelter, lowest level of your home. Protect yourself from flying debris. Cover your head here. So we've got two areas of spin here, and you're not going to see it because I don't have it zoomed out. But over Brookville, and then one over the Cambridge City area along I-70. These are both moving in a southerly direction here, and they are rotating along this boundary. I told you earlier that the threat for tornadoes was not zero, but it was there here tonight, and we're seeing it right now. So just to the northwest of the Brookville area, that's probably the area where I'm more concerned about at the moment. We talked about it before the warning was issued. Let's go over to the normalized rotation, just look and see if we've got an update. We don't have anything that's updated here on this particular view within the past few seconds, and I'm just checking to see. Okay, so this area here has kind of calmed down here within the latest scan, so we'll watch and see what happens here as this is approaching Brookville. But you've got gate-to-gate shear here. Let's see. Let me switch this over. And this may be a little skewed a little bit here, but 68 to 65, you got something going on in there. So you've got about up to 130, 140 mile an hour wind gate to gate, just north of 52 here. So we could be seeing maybe a potential for a tornado. Let's look at shear tracker. There you go. You can see it's got it on over the area. Let's look at the debris tracker. I don't see anything. Maybe something right here. Let me just switch this back over. Yeah, there could be something in there. So we need to watch this storm pretty carefully here, as there could be maybe a lowering in CC. That's not good. Let's see. Could be a little bit more. It could be hail showing in here. But let me switch this back to Analyzer because I want to look at both of them, or look at this together. So here's your inflow notch right here. So right in here would be your tornado if it was to be occurring. And when we look at normalized rotation, you do see a little bit of a lowering right here. I'm not saying it's on the ground because I don't have concrete evidence, because you can see that area of rotation would be right in here. So, I mean, there's rotation here, but the strongest area of rotation is definitely just north of 52 here. So watch the radar carefully. Yeah, there's a lowering in CC. This may be a tornado on the ground now. Tornado could be on the ground. This would be near Duck Creek Road, approaching Route 1. It definitely looks to me like we could be having a tornado on the ground here. As you can see, this is a lowering in correlation coefficient right here. When you start to see that drop in the colors from red to yellow to green, that's right there concerns me a lot. We could be having a confirmed tornado here shortly on this particular storm. We'll see what the National Weather Service is saying about that. Give me just a second. If you're in that area, let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to check and see. Man, that thing does look pretty intense here. So I've got your comments here live. So if you do have any reports or anything, I'm watching here on the comments as they're coming through here. So I will appreciate any reports that you guys send me in that I know we've got a lot of people that follow in the Brookville area, but it definitely looks like to me within the past few minutes we've had a lowering in the correlation coefficient. You can see it right there. So that would tell me that we do have maybe the potential here for something that could be on the ground with this particular storm. So got your comments finally pulled up here, maybe. Come on. Struggle's real today. Okay, so hopefully it'll pull up. But right here, east of Laurel, north of 52, that's where you're going to see that potential for a tornado. I want to go back up here to the storm in Cambridge City. Let's look at that storm. Let's go to the velocity view. You got a tight couplet right there, just west of Cambridge City. There's a little bit of a lowering on CC there too. So we could be seeing two, I hate to say it, but we could be seeing some confirmed tornadoes here shortly from what it's looking like here on the radar. Definitely doesn't look good on my end here as watching these storms here on the view. Okay, so I got your comments finally up here. Joe saying lots of lightning and thunder in the Metamora area, no strong winds. Farmers, let's see. Okay, so those are the reports that I've got right now. So SIGIR reports in here. I've got them here as we're watching these storms. So right in here is going to be your area of rotation on this particular storm. Let's see. It does look like the Storm Prediction Center is going to be updating that watch shortly, so I'll let you know about that as soon as that's issued. But right in here, that's where your area of rotation would be occurring. This will be moving in within the next 15 to 20 minutes into that Fayette County line there. Back down to the south we go. We're still seeing some really good rotation here on this storm into parts of Franklin County. I'll switch you back over here to the radar view. And you'll see here that the area of rotation right along, let's say, Yellow Bank Road, and then McGuire Ridge Road, Bushy Road, 52, Goose Creek Road, approaching Route 1 here. Definitely looks like there was some debris right there. We'll see. They did update the tornado warning. It is not confirmed, so that's good. But you can definitely see that the correlation or the normalized rotation has picked back up here within the past scan or two. So north of Brookville, excuse me, this is moving towards Brookville Lake. So if you're in that area, seek shelter. So you've got two storms here. This one's kind of making more of an east-northeast trajectory. And then you've got this storm here that's making more of a southeasterly, east-southeast pull to it. And then you're starting to see some more storms that are trying to go along with it. But you can definitely see the curve in here, the comma shape on that storm, and then on that one too, as we've got two tornado warnings that are in effect. I just want to zoom out on a wider view here just to make sure not missing anything else here. These are the two storms that I'm watching at the moment here. Severe thunderstorm watch is currently in effect. Let's go over the warning information here again. Let me switch you over. So we've got a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Decatur, Jennings, Scott, Jefferson, Trimble, Henry counties. That goes till 4 a.m. And then the areas where we have tornado warnings, we have nothing in effect, which this watch should have been issued till 4 a.m. for pretty much all of the area, but that did not happen. We have a tornado warning that's in effect for Franklin County till 9:30. We have a severe thunderstorm warning also for Franklin County till 9:45 for 60-mile-an-hour winds. And then we have a tornado warning in effect for Franklin County, includes Brookville, till 9:30, both being radar indicated. So let's switch it back over here to the radar view. Let's zoom in here. And you'll see the strongest part now of the storm where you're seeing the core of the storm over Brookville Lake, that area, that inflow notch there, and then this is the zone where you would see that area of rotation if we had something occurring here. You can still see the shear is low right over Route 1. This is where it would be. Okay, we'll switch over the velocity view, and it kind of verifies that. but you can see it's a little less here within the past scan or two, which is good news. Let's see. So you can, when we switch this back over to analyzer view, because this is probably the easiest to look at, damaging wind potential here over 52 on the west side of Brookville, okay? So here's Brookville, all right? And this is 60 plus mile an hour winds here. This is the inflow coming into the storm. So a really gusty wind occurring here on the very southern part of the storm. So if you're in Brookville, expect to see those winds to pick up here momentarily as they're moving through here. Joe, are you seeing any rotation there in the Metamora area? Amanda's watching from the Brookville area, so she'll let us know here. Make sure you're safe in your safe place here, but if anything occurs, let me know. And then you've got this monster storm, and tops on this storm over almost 60,000 feet now, north of Connorsville. This is just south of 70 now. It's a very powerful storm here, so it is producing the potential here for some very small hail. But you can see this storm has just got broad rotation with it now, not that tight rotation we saw before. So definitely looks like something of 60 mile an hour wind potential here, maybe not as much of a tornado threat. But you can see here, as we zoom out on a wider view, the picture is starting to become more clear here of what's going to happen as we continue through the evening hours. We've got storms developing here locally, and then we've got more storms back off towards the north and west. This is what's going to happen as we go through the evening. Expect a line of showers and storms to move through here. These storms will have the potential to produce damaging winds 60, 70 mile an hour, and there might even be an 80 mile an hour wind gust with some of these. I'm not ruling that out at all. Let's go back to the storm that concerns me the most near Brookville. It's a highly populated area. Got a lot of people going up here for this time of year. But this area of rotation is still showing here on this storm. Green means go. Okay, so that means along Route 1 now, just on the north side of Brookville Lake. The dam's right here, okay? They got the playgrounds right in here. So if you're in that area, you probably need to get out of there now. That's not going to be the spot where you want to be, where we have the potential for a tornado moving through here. So seek shelter, lowest level of your home, cover your head from flying debris as this storm is moving in that direction. There's really, as I look at the storm here, it's it's looking a little more messy here in the last few. There could be a couple areas to spin, one here and then maybe one back here. So we'll have to watch these two particular areas as we look at the velocity view. You can see some weak spin here, but the biggest area of spin right in here. So multiple areas in this storm here of weak rotation showing through here at the moment here. I just wanted to see David Sams is sending me some photos here. We'll see if I can get those pulled up here momentarily. Let's see. I believe I can pull them right up now that I got things kind of figured out. So yeah, let's see. He's got a few photos here, and this is in the Laurel, Indiana area. And you'll see, this is just your typical, kind of looks like your typical type of storm here. This was sent to me here not too long ago. So you sent your photos to me. You should be able to get those. I can get those shown in real time here as the storms are moving through, and your eyes are what are important to see here with this storm. So, look, damaging wind potential growing here. Looking at the 60 knots. Potential here with this storm. So all right. I think I just got, Joe, hopefully I'm saying this name right, Joe Halpin. Let me see, because I think there's a lowering on this storm. Sorry for kind of pausing there. I get these pictures here and I try to look at them here as they're coming in real time. I just want to see, let's see, give me just a second. Getting ground truth kind of works out a little bit better. So this was, kind of hard to see. Okay. Thanks for sending me that photo. I was just trying to look to see if I can see if there's any lowering. It kind of looks like there is, but it's hard to tell. All right, cool. So as this storm is quickly approaching here, the Brookville area, you know, you've got just a few minutes here to prepare for this storm if you haven't already. Seek shelter, lowest level of your home. Cover your self from flying debris. Cover your head as this storm is, you know, over the Brookville area. You can see here, and I can sample some of the winds with this. Even if there's not a tornado, there's the potential here for 50, 60, 70 mile an hour winds over the Brookville area. So, and this is all kind of an inflow, if you will, of warm air going into the storm. And we could be looking at the potential here for some damaging winds with the storm. They did continue that tornado warning up to the north, so let's go up to that one. I just want to touch base on that one for just a second, and you can see that notches. I think the storm's kind of trying to organize again. We may have to go back to look at that shortly, but you can see the tornado warning continuing here. I don't want to forget about you guys up here in northern parts of the Connorsville area, or excuse me, Fayette County. Tornado warning for 5 more minutes. This is also includes the Bentonville area up through Route 1 crossing in those areas. And seeing the lightning count, you can see right there kind of come down here within the past few minutes, which is good. Tells me an indication that storm is weakening. Back down to the south, still looking a little more rugged than what it did here within the past few little bit here. So let me put a time lapse on this storm just to kind of look to see where we're at. Yeah, the lightning counts come up on it, so we're not going to count it out, but I can definitely tell some of that rotation's come down, and it's more of a damaging wind threat here in from what I'm looking at on the radar view at the moment. Normalized rotation, and like I said here, you switch this over. Green would mean go, so we would be seeing the potential here for some spin now over top of Brookville. This to me tells me more of a damaging wind threat. As this is going now on the south side of Brookville Lake, where the dam's at, and then over top of Brookville at the moment here, okay? So, and you can see this goes all the way up through 101 and the lake there. So, those are the 2 storms that are currently tornado warned. Let's go on a wider view here. Let me run through quickly here what we've got going on. So, we've got storms right now in the northwestern part of the area that are producing tornado warnings here, okay? Watching more development back out towards the west and northwest, and we've got some showers that are popping up there into southeastern Indiana too. We got to keep our eyes on. You'll see over towards the Wilmington area, none of this is severe. This is just some thunder, lightning, heavy rain, some downpours, nothing severe. But these are all moving off towards the east-southeast as well. Excuse me. All right, so let's do. So I hate the yawn there. I knew that was going to happen tonight. I did want to show you the Storm Prediction Center has expanded the slight risk of severe weather. This was just updated. Now includes the majority of the area. Damaging winds, large hail threat. Let's look at that tornado risk real quick, as I've got that pulled up here. And there you go. So that tornado threat still goes, 71-75 split and to the west. But the damaging wind threat is the primary show here tonight with this severe threat this evening. damaging winds, hail, tornado threat west of the 71-75 split, okay? Let's go back out here. Let's zoom out, see how things are kind of meshing together here. So we've got the watch that was just issued. You've got a heck of a storms out there towards Illinois right now, and those are diving off towards the south. And then watching the development right now of our line. Okay, so our line's developing from near Kokomo down through just the Terre Haute area there, and that line will be swinging through here probably between 11 and 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and then we've got to deal with some of these tornado warnings along this front here, and any of these storms that can get out ahead of this line that's developing will have that potential to rotate here this evening. That lightning count continues to come up. We got a new tornado warning. Let's listen to that.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a tornado warning for southern Wayne County, northwestern Union County, Indiana, northeastern Fayette County, Indiana, until 10 p.m. At 9:28 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Cambridge City, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Richmond, Connorsville, Centerville, Cambridge City, Dublin, Waterloo, Abington, Milton, East Germantown, Mount Auburn, Jacksonburg, Philo, Mass, Vicence, and Springersville. This includes I-70 in Indiana between mile markers 134 and 140. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, go to our website at weather.gov/ILN and submit your report via social media when you can do so safely.
Okay, so that's a new tornado warning for Union and Fayette counties. They're going to continue that till 10 o'clock, so I'm on here for another 30 minutes at the minimal. I will say that I just got word there the tornado warning for Franklin County will be dropped on time, so that's good news. The they're going to have a special weather statement out for it, though, till 10 o'clock, so we'll still keep the eye on it. I will say this storm will be moving into parts of Butler County over the next little bit. So I just want to show you kind of how it's moving. So you folks in the Butler County area, Hamilton, New Miami, maybe even the southern part of Hamilton County, maybe even northern parts of Hamilton County, and then the northeastern parts of Dearborn County, I'd be keeping my eye out on this storm. Sometimes they kind of have a mind of their own as they're moving, out in front, like I said, out in front of this line. Any of these storms out in front of the line that's developing will continue to have that potential to rotate here this evening. So tornado warning in effect. This is for Fayette and Union counties until 10 o'clock. Seek shelter, lowest level of your home, away from exterior walls, and cover your head from flying debris. So, and why we don't have a watch out, it's kind of beyond me. I guess they say in and around the watch area there's alerts possible, but it doesn't give a good message here to the general public of what's going on. Even a local extension would be good for this type of scenario here. So we've had tornado warnings into parts of Franklin County, also severe thunderstorm warnings. We've also had tornado warnings into parts of Fayette County, and now moving into the Union County area. So we've got, the three counties up there that are always getting hit are getting hit again this evening, as we've got a monster storm here along I-70 that eventually these two will probably try to merge together. I have noticed some weakening on that one. But you know, actually, what's going to end up happening is if this storm overpowers this one, we'll see this thing weaken, and it'll kind of sucked up into the storm, if you will, over the next little bit. So it's neat to kind of watch sometimes on the radar how these things unfold. Let's analyze these together here on Analyzer. So I'll start off with this one because the storm is not quite into Union and Fayette counties yet. So I just want to keep a close eye. This is east of Brookville now. There's still rotation showing up on this storm. And we've got the green. Green means go. Rotation's increasing. I would be in your safe place if you're in Mount Carmel, if you're in Scipio, Sharptown, Cedar Grove, Raymond areas, maybe even parts of Butler County. I would probably go ahead and be alert here that a tornado warning could go out here momentarily for you guys. So there's no tornado warning yet, but I would, if it was me, I'd probably go ahead and have a tornado warning on this storm just for the fact that we've seen this so many times. Normalized rotation does a good job here of showing what's happening here with this storm. And you can see that inflow notch right in here. So seek shelter, Mount Carmel. Let's do a track because I've not been doing a really good track. I've not been doing a really good job of tracking these this evening on the tracker here. So so this is moving off towards the east-southeast kind of direction. So let's do, this is the area of rotation right here. I would say 30-ish mile an hour. This is kind of some of those areas that'll be impacted. Let me switch you over. Mount Carmel by 9:47, Scipio by 9:53, okay? So this storm here could end up becoming tornado warned shortly. It's something we got to watch here with this storm. So I'm just going to check some of the reports that you guys are sending in here as we're kind of watching this together on the radar view here. And it does look like Paul had a good video there of some of that rotation that was coming through there earlier. So we're going to have to, I'll have to go back and look at that later. But thank you for sending that picture and that really helped, or the video. That really helps. I can't show it right now. But here's the velocity view. You see those reds and greens coming together just east of the Brookville Lake area. Shear tracker is actually showing some strong shear again. So I wouldn't be surprised momentarily if this storm tries to go back tornado warned. It did drop on normalized rotation. I hate switching you guys back over all the time, but we still have a little bit of green right here. So that's still showing some rotation, but not as much as it was. You can see kind of pulse down over Brookville, pulse back up there as it went east of Brookville. But this is, you can definitely see this is moving more of a southeasterly jog now. So this will be moving towards the Mount Carmel, this should move just to the south of Mount Carmel, and then eventually move towards Lehi, Shandon area, and then eventually maybe even impacting Rockdale, Harrison areas as well here, with the potential for a rotating storm. Right now, this storm is just a severe, or this is not even warned, but it's a storm that's in the area that I want to continue to watch carefully, okay? So we've got the other storm here up to the north that does have rotation with it. It is moving off towards the southeast very slowly at 15 miles per hour. It does, it is moving more into the Union County area. And I do have a track on the area of rotation. We'll switch that over. This will be in Yankeetown by 9:52. So, in the next 35 minutes, this will move into the Liberty area. So that'll be 30 to 35 minutes from now. But this is a very slow moving storm here. So this is just the beginning of what we expect here throughout the night till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So if you're a warrior of storms and it keeps you up, I'll be here to keep you updated with these storms as we're expecting quite a bit in the way of widespread severe weather here tonight. across the tri-state. So this is a tornado warned storm. Seek shelter, lowest level of your home, exterior walls, as many exterior walls as you can, and cover yourself from flying debris. Cover your head from flying debris here. So this is where that area of rotation would be. We'll switch over to the velocity view, and you see just kind of one big area, broad rotation here. So the whole thing's kind of spinning. So we'll watch for areas of where we see any potential for tightening and rotation. And right now, do not see that. Actually, maybe right in here. Here's Milton. Here's Waterloo. This area here would probably be where the tightest area of rotation would be. So I just wanted to look just real quickly here to see if there's some hail. There could be some small hail with this too. Let's look at debris tracker. Okay, not seeing really anything there that concerns me at the moment. So, all right, there's that storm. Tornado warning in effect here with this one. Let me zoom this out on the wide view, just kind of look and see what we've got. So we've got, and ignore the lightning down here. Sometimes it does that. We got this one storm here. This was a tornado warned at one point. We got some other showers here trying to go up near the Greensburg area. All this stuff off towards the east here, towards Wilmington. It is currently not tornado warned. Cody Wells has got the picture. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Give me just a minute. He has a drone up there, and this was the storm over Brookville just a few minutes ago here. So we'll get that shot pulled up. I think that'll give a good view here of what that storm looked like as it was moving through here. So you can definitely see the wall cloud and the lowering on that storm. Cody, thank you for sending this photo in here. This is a great shot of what this storm looked like as it was moving over the Brookville area. Give me just a second. I'm going to see. Just going to post that to Twitter there so the National Weather Service can see that. But you can definitely see the lowering on that. That's a very good shot. Thank you for sending that photo in, as you can definitely tell there that there was rotation occurring on that storm as it was over Brookville. And I still think this storm is continuing to show rotation with it here at the moment. So let's go back over to normalized rotation. Green means go. So we had it just a second ago. As soon as I switched the camera over, it dropped a little bit. So that's what these storms do. They pulse up, they pulse down, they pulse up, they pulse down. Right now it's in a weakening phase, but you see that little circle arrow there. That's showing the area of potential rotation. I just want to just look here carefully, just look at so that we're at a weakening point here at the moment. But you've seen every once in a while we get that area of some stronger rotation as it's continued to make its way off towards the south and east here. And definitely you can see the storm tops were peaked there over Brookville. It weakened, it grew, now it's weakening, and now we're starting to see the tops start to kind of go back up again. So as this moves towards the metro, that's something we're going to have to keep our eye on. It's at a weakening stage now, but will this pulse back up along that boundary here? It's a good possibility. So we got to watch it. And then you can see up here to the north, storm weakened, gained strength. Now it's weakening. We'll see if that one gains strength here over the next little bit. And it could, these two storms interacting with each other, very close to each other, can cause some different things to happen. So you have to kind of watch and see how this works. So you see very diffused rotation here with this storm now as it's moving into parts of Union County. So it looks like to me that we're looking at a more weaker storm up here now, of just some weak areas of spin, and maybe more of a gusty wind threat as this moves into parts of Union County. Not looking at anything, either one of these at this point, really showing anything that's concerning with rotation there. So let's see, just want to check. We did get a report in Wayne County for some thunderstorm wind damage. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's go. I did want to show quickly here that potential for flash flooding tonight from the Weather Prediction Center. It's basically the same areas that are in that slight risk of severe weather, okay? So just to make a note of that. So we've got storms, okay, in the area. We've got storms out here in Wilmington. I want to let you guys know about that. I'm watching the storm east of Brookville now, and then the storm northwest of Connorsville and Liberty. That storm is pulsed up and pulsed down over the last little bit. So I do think at some point we could see both of these try to peak back up again. But right now we're at a weakening point, which is good, okay? Other storms are going up to the north here. This is where that boundary is in place, where we're expecting to see more in the way of showers and thunderstorms. I'm just going to take the wide angle view here of the radar just for a second. And you'll see over the last couple of hours, and Future Radar did a good job. The timing of it's just a little off here, but you get the general view here that what we're seeing, the scattering of storms, the expectation over the next couple of hours is we'll end up going into more of a linear structure, where right now we just have some of these cells that are just popped up all over the place. Over the next 2, maybe 3 hours, we'll see this turn into a line as it approaches the area here this evening. So, okay, it is currently 9:45. Just looking at some of the other reports that are coming in, mainly storm reports coming in from the the Waynesville storm here. Cody's even got drone footage of the storm. Now both of these storms are currently behaving, so I just want to I'm going to pull this up if I can. Give me just a second. And it's not going to, so that's okay. Well, I'm seeing it. It's pretty cool. Cool. Thank you for sending those. All right, so let's go back to Analyzer. Let's look at these storms, okay? So this is the storm north of Liberty here. This is the one that I'm watching that's currently under a tornado warning. You do see within the past few frames here, let me see if I can grab, there we go. So right in here, that's an area of spin that we're watching carefully. So let's zoom into that area there. And you'll see just to the west of Centerville. So here is Richmond, okay? It's hard to see, but here's 40. Here's Route 1 right here, Milton, Cambridge City. That area of rotation kind of, let me look at this real quick just to double check. Yeah, definitely weakened to the south and then back to the west, kind of picked back up again. So now we've got an area of rotation right in here that needs to be watched on the back side of this storm. So that area, let me just check and see. They're still saying southeast at 15 miles per hour. Let me get you a new track on that. By the way, near Anderson, Indiana, a new tornado warning has been issued. Okay, new tornado warning. Those storms will be making their way down this way here later this evening. So that area that I'm watching will go south and east. And I don't have any towns that are going to kind of show up. So what I'm going to do is kind of make this more of a Yankeetown 1007. So you guys have already seen that if you're in Yankeetown, but this whole area of where you got some areas of spin in here, this will be moving in your direction shortly. At Liberty, you may be pushed back towards 1015, 1020 before the storm makes its way in your direction. This tornado warning will continue here until 10 p.m., all right? Let's see here if we've got any new updates. Nope. All right, let's go back down to the storm here near Brookville. Definitely showing signs of continuing to weaken, but the if you see anything near Mount Carmel, that's where it would be, right in here, along 252, near just to the west of Scipio, okay? So in that area, there could be some area of rotation, very weak at this point, okay? But it does have that potential there for some spin with it as it's moving now along that Indiana-Ohio border. We're not going to go as far south as Rockdale and Harrison. It's going to make more of an easterly, southeasterly trajectory. Okay, the back edge of this has kind of got a little bit of something going on too. We'll have to watch that. Let's look at things over here back on Analyzer for just a second. This is the storm, and down here to the south, still showing a little bit of rotation near Mount Carmel. Green means go, so you know, areas of Mount Carmel, Sharptown, Okeana, St. Charles. I would just, you know, play it safe, seek shelter, lowest level of your home. We got a new warning coming out.
National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Wayne County, northern Union County, Indiana, east central Fayette County, Indiana, until 10:30 p.m. At 9:49 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Centerville, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. Hazard, 60 miles an hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Richmond, Centerville, Waterloo, Abington, Brownsville, Milton, East Germantown, Boston, Richmond Municipal Airport, Witt Station, Clifton, Kitchell, Philo, Mass, Vicence, and Springersville. This includes I-70 in Indiana between mile markers 140 and 142.
All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning there. So it looks like I said earlier, that tornado threat coming down, but this is a severe thunderstorm warning now for northeastern Fayette, central and northern parts of Union County. And anytime you see that that severe thunderstorm warning with that reddish tint to the background, what that means is that threat is for the potential for a tornado. So we've got, and these are newer, the type of warnings have been showing them for quite a while, but starting to show them in a little bit different way now. But this is a new warning, goes till 10:30. So the storm's just really taking its time, trying to get down further south as it's moving. By the way, the storm near Anderson is a confirmed tornado. So if you know anybody in the Anderson, Indiana area, just north of Anderson, there's a tornado on the ground. And we've got a new tornado warning. Let's listen in.
The National Weather Service in Wilmington has issued a tornado warning for northeastern Franklin County, southwestern Butler County, until 10:30 p.m. At 9:51 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 5 miles west of Oxford, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Hamilton, Oxford, Ross, Darttown, Riley, Millville, Fifth Yell, Mount Carmel, Okina, Mixersville, McGonigal, Sharptown, St. Charles, and Lehigh. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. To report severe weather, go to our website at weather.gov/ILN and submit your report via social media when you can do so safely.
All right, so new tornado warning. This storm is not giving up here as it's continuing its mark off towards the east, southeast, and now southeast, or excuse me, to the east of Brookville. So you guys in Brookville, heads up, this tornado warning is not for you. This includes the Hamilton area, okay? So if you're in the Hamilton area, you are under a tornado warning. We'll zoom in. Let me show you the areas here where there's rotation. It's right along 52 near Mount Carmel right now. This is the zone where you're going to be seeing, if you were to see a tornado, this is where it would be here. Normalized rotation showing it as well. Let's switch over to analyzer. So right in here, here's Scipio, here's Mount Carmel. Right in here is where you would be seeing the potential right along State Route 252, north of Dixon Road, John Fork Road, right in there. That's going to be your zone for the potential for a tornado. And I'll tell you that zone, we'll switch over to the other radar product. This is the strongest I've seen tonight. Okay, so this is a very strong area of rotation. What I want to do is I want to zoom this out, and let's put a track on this, moving off towards the east-ish here. So Mount Carmel by 10 o'clock, 10:04, Scipio, it's over Mount Carmel now. Scipio by 10:04, Millville by 10:24. So you folks in the Fairfield area, Ross, Hamilton area, be in your safe place now. Seek shelter, lowest level of your home. Stay away from windows, okay? So this is moving to a highly populated area. It's 9:55. We've got tornado warnings that continue across the area. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible up there on that storm, and I just wanted to show you where the area of rotation is here on that. This is a severe thunderstorm warning till 10:30 for Union and northeastern Fayette County. Here's Yankeetown. Right in here is where the area of rotation is. I've taken everything off on the radar so you can kind of see things a little bit better. This is, and then I'll switch you back over to the regular radar view. And there's a little bit of a notch here that I'll have to keep an eye out on as this is sagging off towards the southeast, okay? So this storm here is in parts of the Union County area that I'm watching carefully. Back down to the south, here's the storm that's tornadic and tornado warned east of Brookville. Here's Peoria in the path of this storm. There could be even some hail here just to the north of the Mount Carmel area right now. This is the zone of where you would be seeing that area of rotation here. You can see when we get those purples on the radar, on this particular radar, you can definitely say, hey, there's probably something going on. Here's Mount Carmel. There's that area of rotation on the latest radar scan moving towards Scipio. So Dixon Road along State Route 252. We'll be moving into State Route 129 shortly. So if you're in St. Charles, Okeana, Lehigh, Riley, these areas, seek shelter, lowest level of your home, get in between as many walls as you can, and cover yourself from flying debris as this storm here has been rotating, and we've got confirmed reports here of wall clouds with this storm as it's been moving over Brookville earlier, and now is east of Brookville, and still has rotation with it, okay? So let's zoom this out on a wider view here just to kind of look real quickly. Just don't want to miss anything. Let me switch over, and you'll see we've got two tornadic storms, one near Connorsville and Union, and then the one over near Hamilton right now, both under tornado warnings. These tornado warnings will continue here for the next little bit. Let me just check and see if I have any reports coming in for any hail, or excuse me, damage reports. Don't see any here at the moment. All right, cool. So here's that tornado warning till 10:30, radar indicated, and then you've got the severe thunderstorm warning, radar indicated, tornado possible. This goes till 10:30. All right. So numerous warnings in effect. Yes, and then and people are also talking about this storm, and it's above the banner. Let me take that off. This storm up here towards Anderson. This is a confirmed tornado that is on the ground there near the Anderson area. And then you folks down here to the south towards Madison and Scottsburg, you've got to watch these storms here as they're cellular in nature and could also rotate. Back off towards the storm here that's currently tornado warned. Here's Scipio. This is the Indiana-Ohio line here. This is where the storm currently has the rotation with it. And this is moving off towards the east-southeast at about 25 to 30 mile per hour. So there's the updated time on that. 10:05 for the Scipio area. And then this will move into southern parts. This is kind of rural in here before it gets into the Hamilton area. But it'll move in towards Ross within the next 30 minutes and the Millville area right in there. And then this will move into the very populated areas of Fairfield, Hamilton, and then maybe even the Tri-County area. This storm could try to make its way in that direction here within the next 30 to 45 minutes, okay? So tornado warning on this storm till 10:30. Let's look at this storm again. On Analyte, we got a tornado vortex signature on this storm now near Scipio. So this says, hey, heads up, this thing's strengthening. It's got a threshold of, it's small, 1.1, but this storm does have a tight couplet with it right here just to the west of Scipio. This is Franklin County, Indiana right here, and then this is Butler County, Ohio. But this area right in here near the Scipio area, that's going to be that area tightened up pretty quick on that latest scan. Let me just look and see. Okay. So right in here, and it's a weird structured storm to it. It's, not what you're used to seeing here, but you've got inflow here, and then there's spin right in here, right over top of Scipio. So if you know anybody in that area, that's where your potential for a tornado would be, and it's a very interesting structure to this storm as it's making its way to the south and east. So you can see that rotation's continued all the way through Brookville. It's pulsed up and pulsed down. So you can really tell where that track's going to go. It's probably going to go more down towards the Shandon area. So I tell you what, let's do an updated track on that, because I think you're going to see more of a southeasterly track. So here's the track. So Scipio now, and then Ross by 10:24. So that's going to put it on that Hamilton, Butler County line within the next 25 minutes. So this could be moving into greater Cincinnati within the next 20 to 25 minutes. It's a very highly populated area that we're going to have to watch here with a pretty nasty storm that continues to push through. Was all the way back towards the western parts of Franklin County, now moving into Butler County with a tornado warning. I don't want to forget you guys up here towards the Liberty area. This is broad rotation up here, but this is a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible. You could be getting 60-mile-an-hour winds out of this storm, but definitely the threat here for anything tornadic does look weak at the moment. but just some broad area of rotation, some gusty winds here, maybe up to 60 mile an hour, but this is not the major concern here, as I've got this one storm that's now moving into parts of Butler County that does have a tornado warning with it. Let's look at the velocity view again. You can see that more diffused area of rotation now, that normalized rotations come down. But like I said, this storm has pulsed up and pulsed down, and the best way to look at it is with cloud tops. And you can see it was the strongest over Brookville. It weakened, and now we've seen an uptick up with it here within the last little bit. So it's kind of how these storms work. They're kind of like a heart. They beat up and they beat down. So we start to see, these storms just kind of pulse back and forth here as they're moving through. So tornado warning continues here for parts of Franklin County, Indiana, and parts of Butler County, southwestern Butler County till 10:30. Storms moving off towards the east, southeast at 25. And then you can see that confirmed tornado near the Anderson area that I'm watching that's up in that area too. Let's look at everything here on more of a wider view. And we'll zoom this out. And you can definitely tell within the last little bit near Bloomington, that storm's really started to get its act together. Let's see where that thing's headed. That's going to kind of do more of that east-southeasterly trajectory too. So you folks in Jennings County, Jefferson, and Scott County, I'd be keeping my eye out on this storm out to the west here, because it's looking pretty nasty. All right. So here is the current alerts that are in effect. All right. So you've got the severe thunderstorm watch for Henry and Trimble till 4 a.m. Okay. And then you've got Jefferson, Scott, Jennings, and then Decatur counties in that as well till 4 a.m. You have a severe thunderstorm warning labeled tornado possible for Union and Fayette County. That will go for another 25 minutes. And then you've got the tornado warning that's currently in effect for Butler and Warren. And now that Butler and Franklin. And that storm is really slowed down and is now moving off towards the east at 15 miles per hour. So really slowed down there within the past few minutes. Let's go over, I just want to look at future radar real quick. And I just want to see if I have not looked at the evening data. So I just kind of want to look and see what it's doing. This is what we call the 0Z data. So midnight, it shows that line of storms moving through. Not doing a really good job with that evening stuff, but 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, storms moving through. 3 o'clock, the line moves through. And we're still seeing storms through 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And that's where I think we could see that flooding threat kind of increase here too. So it looks like a very stormy pattern here this evening. But you can tell that the data has really just showed more of it's trended more into a scattering of storms that will continue to push through here through 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not some big line, but it's kind of hard to take these models for gospel anymore, as most of you probably know. Okay, so back to the radar view. Let's go back up here. This is towards the, let me pull full screen here. This is towards Union County. Over 383 lightning strikes within the past 30 minutes here. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, tagged tornado possible. All right? Tornado possible. 60 mile an hour winds with that. We've got the severe thunderstorm warning till 10:30. Tornado warning till 10:30 for now far eastern sections of Franklin County and into Butler County. Although, even though that area of rotation is still there over Peoria and Scipio, it's not as impressive as what it was of when that tornado warning was issued. And really, I don't think anything probably is occurring with this at the moment, which is good news. Really does not look like a tornadic type of storm to me. The storms out here towards southeastern Indiana, you got to watch, or excuse me, southern Indiana and southwestern Indiana. These storms will move into southeastern Indiana over the next several hours as we continue through the evening. So I tell you what, I'm watching the storm here in parts of Franklin and Butler County right now. It does not look anything significant. I'm going to give myself a break here for just a little bit. If we get any more warnings, I'll let you know. I think this tornado warning, let me just check before I decide to hop off of here. By the way, Fayette County, Indiana has been canceled out of the severe thunderstorm warning. Getting some crazy shots on some of those storms out to towards the Brookville area. Okay, keep my eye out on it. Anyway. I tell you what, we're going to stay with it because I got just from what I'm looking at here with some of the reports coming in, some of the pictures that I'm seeing. So we'll stay with this storm because people are probably curious of what's going on. It blows my mind that we're not under some type of watch at the moment, as we've had, you know, I believe, I think I can pull it up here. Started live coverage over an hour and a half ago. We got a watch that was issued for the western parts of the area, but there's no severe storms right now. And we've had 4 or 5 tornado warnings so far this evening and no watch. So, you know, it just goes to show sometimes that you can't really go by with what a watch says. And sometimes you got to kind of just watch us and let you know what's going to happen here, because obviously, they dropped the ball here on issuing some type of watch for the area, as we've had numerous tornado warnings come through. And I'll get off the soapbox. But we've got severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Union County here, north of Liberty, 60-mile-an-hour wind potential. And then we have that tornado warning continuing now for this storm now mainly into parts of Hamilton County. That tornado warning Butler County. I see Hamilton and I always say Hamilton County, but Butler County till 10:30. Radar indicated. So we just got a radar scan. Let's look at that. So the area rotation still doesn't look like it's significant. And it looks like some of the cloud tops have dropped. I tell you, I don't think anything's occurring in this storm now. There is some very weak rotation with it. But from what I'm looking at here, it's looking a lot better within the past few frames from what we've seen for this evening here on this storm. I'll just, for giggles here, I'll just look at the terminal radar because I can get a different view of it. It's a little bit of rotation in there, but nothing too crazy. Okay. I'm confident enough to hop off for just a little bit. If this does go back up, I'll be back on. But like I said, warning continuing here for a little bit longer. And then we've got that one warning in the northern part of Union County, severe thunderstorm warning. Right now, both storms finally starting to behave a little bit. So severe thunderstorm watch, western parts of the area. That will continue here till 4 a.m. And I'll be here all night to kind of keep you updated on all these storms that will be moving through here. So stay with me here. Live coverage will continue throughout the evening hours.